Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve this JEE Advanced question. So this appeared in 2024 paper 2 and this was a numerical question. So basically we have to tell that how many number of solutions this function fx have. So basically before starting I would like to say that in order to solve such questions you should be familiar with the concept of graphs. So you should try to play with graphs in order to get the solution. So first thing that we can do here is, so like we have this fx function and we will try to combine it. So basically we can take this whole function, this and this common. So what we get is we get sin x plus 2. So we have this sin x plus 2 plus 2, and in the denominator we have this e power pi x, and then we have this whole function. Let's say we call it phi x, right? So this is our phi x function. Now what we have to do is we will go function by function and see what values we get. So coming to our first function, e to the power pi x, we know that it's an increasing function. So and it never ever cuts the x-axis. So the value of e to the power pi x will always be positive, right? Then coming to this second function, sin x plus 2. So we know that the range of sin x is it's less than equals to 1 and greater than equals to minus 1. So the minimum value that sin x could take is minus 1, and if we add 2, so what we get is, so this will always be greater than 1, greater than or equals to 1, sin x plus 2. If we add 2 to all the sides, so this is what we get, right? Now we get two things, that e to the power pi x is also a positive value and this is always be positive. Now we have to decide, we have to check whether this phi x will be positive or negative, and based on that we will get our solutions. So we will see that whether we can get some trend or not. So coming to this function, x square minus x plus 3. So we know this is our quadratic equation. So the graph of this will be an parabola. It will be an parabola, and it's an upward parabola. Why? Because the value of a is positive, right? This value of a is 1, which is positive, so it will be an upward parabola. Also the minima of this is x equals to minus b upon 2a, which will also be a positive value because our b is minus 1 and minus minus 1 will be cancelled and it will give a positive value. So hence we can say that, we can see from the graph that this function will always be a positive. No matter what value of x we put, this will always be a positive value. So till now we have figured out three things, like this will always be in positive, this also will be in positive function, and this is also a positive function. Now we have to see this one, right? So let's say we call it as gx. So our gx is x to the power 2023 plus 24x plus 2025, right? So this is our gx function. Now since this is a big power, so we cannot say directly by observing, neither we can plot it on a graph directly, right? Because it's in use power, so we can't do it that way. So what we can do is we might try to find the derivative of this, right? So let's say we find the derivative, and so what we get is this is, we'll get 203 x to the power 2 2 plus 2024. Now what we can see from this first derivative is that it will always be an positive value, right? How? Because it's an even power, so no matter what value of x we put, this will always be positive. At minimum it could be 0 if we put x equals to 0, right? But then we have 2024 which will make this positive. So now our slope is positive, so what we can say is that our function will be an increasing function. So our gx will be an increasing function. So gx will be an increasing function. Why? Because the slope is positive, right? So now we have to check that if it's an strictly increasing function. Why? Because it's always positive, so this is always be an strictly increasing function. So there might be a one possible solution. If it cut at this x-axis, it it can at most cut x-axis one time. So let's find that value if we can find. So we can directly see that if we put x equals to -1, then gx would be 0. Gx will be 0. So graph would be something like this, right? -1 here. So thus what it was asking, like the number of solutions for fx equals to 0 in range r, which is r to r. So we have found out that there is only one solution possible, because rest other things were a constant and positive constant, so we can take them as c, and times this phi x, I mean gx equals to 0, and this c will get this side, so gx equals to 0, and we have seen that gx is equals to 0 as only one solution, that is -1. So basically what they might be trying to judge is that whether the student knows different types of functions, and if they can plot and make some conclusion. So there were a lot of components in this, but in the end it was an easy question. So I hope you got it, and whenever you get such type of questions, then try to follow this approach. So yeah, in case if you want to take any screenshot of the solution.